Hello, this is going to be a video that's going to go over multi-step exponents, using properties of exponents, and expanding and simplifying. So I'm just going to do a couple of the problems that are very similar to ones on the multi-step review sheet, and just to kind of demo some of these more complex ones with multiple properties. So the first thing you want to try to do anytime you have multi-step is see if there's anything within the parentheses you can simplify. So we're looking for 0, negative exponents. In this one, I'm going to rewrite this so that I have a positive 3 instead. So remember the rule, negative exponents. Change the sign when you go over the line. So I'm going to keep my first term 5x to the third, and I'm just going to rewrite this 2 over x to the third squared. So once you get that, we can go ahead, now that we have no zero exponents, no negative exponents, I'm just going to go ahead and expand within, and then I'm going to expand on the outside. So I'm going to first expand in here, so that's 5x to the third. And then I can go ahead and expand by the outside exponent. So that would be 5x to the third 3 times. This is all multiplication. And then I have 2 over x to the third twice. And really we can go ahead and join this whole numerator together and the whole denominator. And if you remember from when we did x over x is just equal to 1, so I can go ahead and simplify these. Oops. There we go. Maybe not. These x over x, that's 1. That's 1. You can keep it. So those all turn to 1. These are all going to mark out with 3 x's on the top. They're all going to turn into a 1. So all you have left is in the numerator 5 times 5 times 2 times 2. So that's 25 times 2, which is 50 times 2, which is 100. And then x to the third power. There's only a 1 in the denominator, so you can either write it like this, or you can say, 100 x to the third when you simplify it. There are many steps you can do in order to make sure you're simplifying it appropriately, but these are the kind of the go-to I do. Of course, there's many different ways, like I said, you can approach it. Okay, so maybe something with a fraction like this. So you want to try to simplify the inside first before dealing with the outside exponent. It just makes things a little bit easier because you don't have so many a's and so many b's. So I can already see this b here is going to be my negative exponent, so he's got to move to the denominator. And this here can simplify to just a negative 2 over 1. We have a squared. I'm just going to go ahead and expand now. A to the third. I still have b squared in the denominator. This b is going to also go be down there. So once you get that, now you have again a over a. See, those are going to both turn into a 1. And I have left negative 2 over a and then b to the third squared. And so from this point, I have 2. Now this is fully simplified. I have a number. I have just one a, just one b. Now I can go ahead and duplicate this twice. So negative 2 over a b to the third times negative 2 over a b to the third. That's going to be a positive 4 over, that's a times a, which is a squared, and then b to the third, b times b times b times b times b times b. It's going to be b to the 6th. That one. All right, we'll do 2 more. Save that one for last. So this one we have 2 different exponents. I have an exponent of 0 there, and then I also have a negative exponent there. So this is just going to turn into times 1. This whole thing's going to turn to 1, so 1 times 5x would just be 5x. And this, because it's in the denominator, it's got to cross the line to change the sign. Now it's going to roll up here to the top, and then the 10 is just going to stay in the denominator. Looking at it here, I know I don't have any x's over x's, no y's over y's. The only thing I can do from this point is simplify. 5/10 simplifies to 1/2. So we can do 1xy squared or just xy squared over 2. Excuse me. So that's that one. Alright, the last one I want to do one that's a little bit more challenging. This is really similar to number 6 that was on the homework from the Exponents review. So looking at this one, we have outside negatives, we have an inside negative as well, and kind of what that looks like is, if we can't simplify, we could write this 1 over a to the 2nd power. It's going to get really messy really quickly. So what we can do is we can go ahead and move the outside exponent, so sending this one to the denominator. But when you send it, the inside doesn't change. Only the outside does. And then this one's going to come up. So now that's really just a to the negative 2. That's a to the 3rd times a to the 3rd. And then now we just have one negative in the denominator, so it's also going to move to the numerator. So it's going to be a to the 3rd times a to the 3rd times a to the 2nd, 3a's, 3a's, 2a's. When I multiply all them together, I can rewrite it saying a to the 8th.